Creating an Environment for Successful Projects, 3rd edition, written by Randall L. Englund and Robert J. Graham, narrated by Dave Clark. A note to the listener. Throughout this narration, there will be references to figures and tables. Please visit www.bkconnection.com/audiobooks/ENGLUND-creating to download a PDF file containing these figures. Forward to the 3rd edition. I am honored to be invited by Robert Graham and Randall Englund to write the foreword of the 3rd edition of this book. I met Randy and Dr. Graham in 1993 at a Hewlett-Packard Global Symposium in Santa Clara, California. I read the 1st edition of this book, published in 1997, and had the opportunity to use and apply many of its concepts, suggestions, and knowledge over the years in several organizations. I am proud to be a Creating an Environment for Successful Projects believer and follower. I consider Dr. Graham and Randall Englund masters of the discipline of project management. I have learned a lot from them, and over the years they have become colleagues and friends. I especially benefited from the 1st edition of this book because the problems and issues the authors mentioned were also issues in my organization at that time. I had been working for Hewlett-Packard, HP, in Madrid, Spain for almost 14 years and was responsible for implementing an HP project management methodology in that Spanish subsidiary. I found a lack of project management knowledge in my organization, inconsistency in how customer projects were managed, and a lack of discipline. However, I was a senior project manager without enough authority to influence upward, and I believed that I could not do anything to change the way projects were managed by the organization. This book helped me discover that more was possible on my part. I reflected on Graham and Englund's model several times, and every occasion I had, I tried to sell the project management philosophy to upper managers. In fact, I delivered several presentations to different organizations to sell the Creating an Environment model. I created a one-page newsletter in Spanish promoting project management and the concepts explained in this audiobook. After 2 years and using my passion, persistence, and patience, I was assigned to create a project office at HP Spain. I had the great opportunity to assess the environment using the Environment Assessment Survey Instrument, EASI. The targets were project managers, and executives. The results of that survey provided key insights into the issues. They also taught me that I, as a project manager, could do much more than I believed. Clients and I also found that many pieces of our assessment revealed the same conclusions as those reached in this audiobook. One of the key areas I strongly agree with is the need for the project management process, tools, and techniques at all levels of running a business. At the project office in Spain, the company initially tried to implement a project management methodology without first defining a project management process. Additionally, the company did not involve the sales organization or the support organization. HP did not have a project management culture. When I helped the organization create a project office, I needed to define a common project management process in the organization in which the management team was involved from the very beginning. Another key point emphasized in this audiobook is giving projects a strategic emphasis. Projects are the vehicles that transform strategy into execution, but many managers are not aware of that. They do not know that their support, engagement, and involvement are key for project and organizational success. One of the outcomes of running the EASI assessment was that I needed to educate not only project managers, but also executives. When the 2nd edition of this book appeared and the emphasis on portfolio management was reinforced, I used the opportunity to reinforce the need for a project portfolio management process in the organization. The messages from this audiobook about managers needing to work together as a team to define a project portfolio management process have been a constant in my professional life when implementing this model on customer sites. An important piece of the puzzle that helped me at HP Spain was
Sample complete. Ready to continue?